Good afternoon, everybody. You are tuned into the rebranded and reloaded The Damilola Bisuga Show. I'm your host, Damilola Bisuga, and I'm joined with my co-host, DJ Mento. Say what's up, DJ Mento.
It's good to be here one more time again. As you know, every week we're always here. Something new, something different. And
That's
now we've
it.
got two important people here. So.
Yes, absolutely. So, the Damilola Bisuga Show is where I bring you the latest celebrity gossip, news and gist, and I also bring you exclusive interviews with some of the most popping people. We've got music artists, we've got fashion moguls, we've got online personalities, bloggers and vloggers, and so much more. I mean, this show is where you need to be, isn't it, Mento?
Yeah, it is.
I'm also be playing you some of the best Afrobeat music making waves right now, and some other flavours too, and some old school classics. So yeah, if you want to know what's happening in your city of Manchester, you are definitely tuning into the right show. I would like to introduce my lovely guest in the building today. I'm joined by the lovely Zoriel.
What's up? You alright? Hey.
Turn the camera.
Yeah.
And Zoriel is a music artist, an R&B music artist.
Yep.
And I'm also joined by his twin. I think his twin. I'm also joined by Chris. Hi, Chris.
Good afternoon, guys.
Do you have your... okay, well, let me talk about Chris. Chris is into fashion. He's a bit of a fashionista, designer, mogul, a bit of everything. So do you have like a fashion name that you use?
Yeah, you talking about my brand or just
Yes,
myself?
yes.
Yeah, so my brand right now is called Poseidon Clothing.
Poseidon clothing.
Poseidon
Ooh,
clothing,
that
yeah.
sounds strong. It sounds very
so
strong and sexy and Greek. I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to find out a bit more about Christopher and his brand, his fashion brand, Poseidon Clothing, and we're going to be talking to Zoriel. Did I say that right? Zoriel?
Yeah, that is right. Yeah,
Yeah?
Zoriel.
Zoriel.
It's kind of hard to pronounce.
It's kind of sexy.
Yeah.
It's a nice name. We're going to talk about how that name came about. I'm always interested, and we're going to find out a bit more, and we're going to be playing some songs by Zoriel later in the show. But right now, we're going to get straight into the hot gossip and the hot topic. Should we go straight into it, Mento?
Yeah.
For sure. Okay, so today is D-Day, people. Today is D-Day. Today is the end of the world.
Oh, hey.
Today is the day that
Disaster.
President Trump, and we have to call him President Trump now, he's going to get inaugurated in America at some point today. I mean, this is a sad day, people, isn't it?
It's
For a lot
This
of
is my
people, yeah.
opinion. This is my opinion, not all FM. My personal opinion. It is a sad day. But I mean, yes, we've got President Donald Trump. Did you ever think that would happen, guys? First of all, do you think that was going to happen ever?
To be fair for myself, I always thought, he's going to win anyway because the guy's got a lot of money, and they say money is power, right? So
Money is power, apparently.
yeah.
That's true. But the thing is with me, I never thought Donald Trump would be president because the way he's behaved in the previous past isn't a way that a president should be.
Yeah.
Do you understand that? So I'm kind of surprised, but what's it? Everything's new in this world, isn't it? So
Absolutely.
everything's crazy.
Now, at one point, it seemed as if we were going to have Kanye West actually perform at the inauguration. And, there was a few weeks ago, I don't know if you saw Mento, when Kanye went for like a meeting with Trump.
Had
a picture, cameras everywhere. When he came out with the blonde hair, debuting the blonde hair. And everyone was like, what is Kanye doing? Is he going to be performing at the inauguration and all of that? But apparently, he's not going to be performing. According to the latest stories, he's not performing
What's the
at
reason?
the inauguration. They haven't actually given a reason. They've just said that it's not Kanye performing at the inauguration, which is quite interesting. What do you think would have happened to Kanye if he did perform?
You know what? I actually looked into it as well, and they said that Kanye wasn't American enough to be performing there. So that's what.
But the thing is, I think he could have got a lot of backlash. So if I was his manager or anyone like that, I would advise him not to do it.
Okay.
Because the backlash that you get after it might not be as worth to do something like that. So and also for a presidential candidate like Donald J. Trump.
Yeah.
I don't know why would you have a music artist performing. It doesn't make no sense. So it's crazy. So I don't really know.
Absolutely. I mean, yeah, just to touch on what you said earlier, Chris. So they've come out and said that, you know, possibly one of the reasons Kanye isn't performing is because they want all-American, quote-unquote, all-American performers. And it gets you thinking, what on earth is all-American? What does all-American mean? You know?
Yeah, that's... I don't understand.
When I heard that, you know, I didn't understand, you know, what is... How... Kanye West is not American, you know. They said he's not American enough to be performing. What does that mean?
What does that mean? They actually said, you know, I mean, how do you not get more American than hip-hop? Hip-hop is the home.
Kanye West, sorry.
Go on.
Kanye West is a trendsetter, to be honest.
Absolutely.
Like,
and hip-hop was born, you know, basically born in America. So how do you not get more American than a rapper?
Yeah, exactly. It makes no sense.
And it makes me... This is what annoys me. When, you know, when they say... We see something and they'll say... good old, you know, all American, and they'll show like one race, which is usually the Caucasian.
Yeah, that's
say
true.
The all American. You just think, well, that's not all American. That's one race of Americans. You know.
I think probably that's what they're looking for. That's what to be honest. So I don't really understand with how Americans go on. To be honest with you, they just come with things out of the blue. You know, making random random things, so I don't really know, to be honest.
I mean, Mento, what's your view? What do you think would have happened to Kanye?
This is football. Anything can happen, you know.
Football?
This is football. Anything can happen. You could decide say Arsenal is going to win. You could say Arsenal is going to defeat Manchester United, and at the end of the day, you know, it goes to Manchester United. So it's just it could happen. Anything, it could happen though.
Yeah,
it could be a power. It could be a power of it at the end of the day. Because for seeing that picture we they had together and everybody coming in like taking photograph and all that, it's just it should happen. It should definitely happen.
Interesting. All right, well, we're going to there actually what made me laugh is apparently there is this female singer, and she happens to be an African American female singer, and she is actually penned to possibly be performing at the inauguration today.
No way.
So I'm going to get the name of this lady, and after the break I'm going to let you guys know. But I know all her fans, when this broke, like all her fans like went in on her. They're like, how can you perform at this, you know, this monsters, sorry, my opinions, not all of them, but how can you perform at this guy's, you know, inauguration?
But to
upon all the things he has said about all these different races, how can you then go as a black woman and support him? Yeah,
but to be honest with you, because he's president now, there's not much people can actually do at this moment in time. Point. So, because he's the president, and they're Americans, I think if the president is requesting things like that, I just think people have to do it because...
But they do have a choice.
They do have a choice. I'm saying they can deny, but the thing is, by denying and say they're not doing certain things could make a little change. Yeah. But it isn't really going to change that him being president. If people want him not to be president, they need to go out and speak on that. But by people performing, they're just doing their job as performers. Do you understand? Because someone being president is a special day for no matter who it is. So if I was a musician, people are looking for opportunities as well.
And then you gotta look at the reason why they went in on her is because she's representing him as well. Yeah, do you understand?
Yeah, I understand that. Yeah, that's true, say, but like some people see it as business as well.
Absolutely.
So
absolutely.
It's not,
when that money starts talking,
that's it,
when the money's right, you know. I mean, Zoriel, I need to ask you. You're a music artist. Let's say you lived in, you were American, you lived in America, and upon all the rubbish that Donald Trump has said about all these different people, all the different people and races and groups that he has insulted before becoming the president, and he calls you, or his people call you and say, Zoriel, we want you to perform at the inauguration. I know I've insulted your race, I know I've insulted your people, but we want you to perform. What are you saying, Zoriel?
No comment.
Speak truth.
The money.
No comment.
The money, the fame.
But you guys gotta remember, Donald Trump is a guy who really gets what he wants. You know, if you read about his history, this guy was a multi-billionaire, then lost it all, then got it back again. You know, so whatever he wants, really, you end up getting it. So.
That's a good point. That's a very good point. Okay, guys, so we're going to take a short musical break right now. I'm playing Skin Tight by Mr. Easy.
Yes.
Yeah? Yes. I need to check with my co-host. He checks me on all the songs. If I don't pronounce them properly, it's like, no. So yeah, enjoy. And we'll be back right after this. You're listening to the Damilola Bisuga Show on All FM 96.9. All right, we are back. You're listening to the Damilola Bisuga Show live on All FM 96.9, and I'm still joined by Chris and Zoriel.
What's up?
Good afternoon, guys.
Yes, and I'm still joined by my co-host DJ Mento. Say what's up.
What's up?
So what's up?
Excellent. So before the break, you were just listening to Skin Tight by Mr. Easy, and before the break, we were just talking about the President Donald Trump's inauguration, which is taking place today in the States. It's going to be very late, obviously our time in the UK, but it's going to be taking place later on. And yes, we were talking about how the controversy surrounding some of the people who are going to be performing at his inauguration. I know during the Obama's time, he had like a superstar like Beyonce. I mean, you can't really get higher than Beyonce performing at your inauguration, can you?
Definitely not. Definitely.
So people like that are not really the biggest fans of Trump, so they're not going to be involved this time. Now, there was this singer who is apparently going to be performing, and her name is Chrisette Michele. So, and she's actually been booked to perform at the inauguration. However, this Chrisette Michele, she's actually an African-American woman. She's an African-American singer. And as you can imagine, her fans are not happy that she's actually going to be performing because of all this stuff, all this such, hurtful, controversial things that Donald Trump has said about different races, including African-Americans, including black people. So her fans went in on her. Her fans were not impressed. Her fans were saying, how can you do this? How can you perform for him? And I think, Chris, did you find some juicy gossip as well?
Yeah. So the gossip just goes on. So now I just read up something about Chrisette. She's been dropped from a new Netflix series because of her decision of doing so,
Oh my God. Okay, so apparently even like Spike Lee. Yeah. He has actually said he will never work with this Chrisette Michele because of what she's doing performing, and she's actually being dropped by Netflix from the series. So she's losing coins. She's losing coins already. I mean, I wonder how much she got paid to perform. It might make up for all of this she's losing. If the money is right. But she's losing. Fans. She's losing.
Chrisette Michele.
Chrisette Michele. This is her, and Chrisette has come out to obviously defend herself, and she says, I quote, "Today, I hope the great moments begin in a peaceful and progressive conversation. I am willing to be a bridge. I don't mind these stones if they allow me to be a voice for the voiceless." I mean, what's your thoughts on that? Do you think, she wants to be a voice for the voiceless. She wants to be that middle ground. She wants to be the bridge that brings America together again and makes it great again, according to,
I don't know if I agree, to be honest with you.
To be fair with me, I don't think she has enough power to do something like that. So something I would say for her time.
She's known. This Chrisette Michele in the States, but she's not that globally well known like that.
Yeah.
So I think I agree. She's not that influential to be like, let's make America come together.
If someone's gonna do that, I'd say Beyonce or someone like that. Then I would understand. But
or some sort of legend.
Of course.
If he got Aretha Franklin to come and perform, someone who's like.
And the thing is, sorry about that.
Yeah, go on.
It'd be like people who we already know their mindset, if you know what I mean by that. Is like Beyonce, because she's been out in the press and she's always been for so long that we know what. Even though we don't know, but we kind of know her mindset towards the African American race. Yeah. So with her, we don't know her perspective of it. So that's why it could, that's why I don't really agree that much on what she's saying there. So
totally.
Yeah. So, but you never know. She might have good motives, but we don't know. Depends.
Good motives. Yeah. I mean, we're going to see. I mean, will you be watching later on? I think it's going to be quite late our time, in the night. But will you be watching the inauguration?
I hope I'll be staying up for that. So.
I don't even know, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm not really that interested.
I feel you. I will definitely check it out just to see if he, gets assassinated or something.
No.
I'm joking. You never know.
A lot of things can happen.
Anything could go down. We could just be hearing a very different news in the morning. A lot of people don't like this man.
Yeah.
A lot of people have very strong feelings about this man. Yeah. So anything could happen tonight.
I can understand what you mean by that.
It can go down.
It's football.
Just to clarify, I'm not saying that he will definitely be killed, people. I'm just saying that possibly something could happen. And so we'll keep you updated on that story. So let's talk about other news right now. There is what would you call Miss Tonto Dikeh, DJ Mento? She's like an actress, but she did some music as well. Well, Tonto Dikeh is a personality in Nigeria, and she kind of started off in movies, Nollywood, and then dabbled in some music as well, in some like Afrobeat, Nigerian music as well. So, but Tonto Dikeh became very, very well known because she is such a controversial. At one point, she was wild. She was a wild chick, not a typical Nigerian, respectable kind of girl. She smoked, she drank, she was, she had tattoos. She was kind of wild in the amount of lovers that she had. She got around. She was a bad girl. But there was a man who fell in love with her, despite all of that past in history, and she's now a married lady. But apparently her marriage is now in crisis.
Oh, no way.
Yes, apparently the husband might have been playing away. Last week we were talking about who was playing away last week. Ubi Franklin and his wife. So Tonto, this lady has come out, and she's called Rosaline Mirror. I hope I said that name properly. Rosaline Mirror, and she's come out. People are saying that Rosaline and Tonto Dikeh's husband have actually been having a bit of, how's your father? How's your father? So they've come out, and Tonto went on her social media, and she's like, deleted like all of her their marital pictures, and then she's like changed her name. She's changed her name, you guys. She removed her marital name and she went back to her maiden name.
So that can mean a
lot. It's going down.
Exactly. When a woman goes back to her maiden name,
it's going.
Something has happened right there.
Something really
now bad. This woman, Rosalie Mirror, has come out and said, look, it's not me. I'm not sleeping with Tonto's husband. She's like a brother. He's like a brother to me. He's helping me. How can you say that? It's like sleeping with your brother. And people always deny when they
of course.
But is it fact? Does she have proof that he's been doing this, or
you know how fans?
And I think this is the new trend, actually, though. Because now it's like people just come up saying, yes, my husband is this, my husband is that, just to get new fans. And I don't know, because with the Ubi Franklin one, I don't know where they've ended that as now. Is it still carrying? Are they still
That's still, we haven't heard anything
so
more
now
about
look
that.
at her to coming in. I heard the guy even bought her 2 cars or so. Then she put it up on her social media. So even man could do all these things for you, so why would you come out and
start saying
all this?
I don't know. I just feel like, this man took you on despite all of your shortcomings, and she had a past, like I said,
So how long were they together for them two?
8 months?
8 months.
8 months.
I know, married as well.
No. Married or how have they been together?
No, let's say all together. Before they got married, how long were they together for?
We don't even know that, though.
It wasn't that long.
It wasn't that long. He just came up from nowhere.
He just kind of came up from nowhere.
Oh, no
started professing his love for her. And
maybe it was love at first sight. I think love at first sight. Then they got.
It's a celebrity thing, though.
So it's not been like they've been married for years and years and years.
No.
It's a relatively young
thing
marriage. But it's just interesting, and you just think, I don't know, first of all, is she really going to come out and say, I was sleeping with, your husband?
That's that.
Well, to be honest, she has to have proof before you can go like that, to be honest, because...
Do you not think there's proof for her to delete his pictures and change her name on social media?
But is the proof out there? Who made the exposure? That's the thing.
The thing is, if she's making them claims and she's changing the name and she's going all drastic about it, I think that if she had proof, she would have put it out there as well.
True.
To kind of show everyone, say, you know what, this is what he's done, and this is why I'm acting this way. But if she's just changing everything, women are emotional at times. So, so I don't know, to be honest with you. Depends. So I'm just gonna have to wait and see if more information comes out.
For more information.
Yeah.
Well, all I'll say is, Tonto, I feel for you, girl. I really do. I feel for you. And that husband of yours, it's called Churchill.
Oh, Winston Churchill.
No, not Winston Churchill. So yeah, I mean, we'll definitely be watching. Just take it easy, Tonto. You know, just take it easy. This man took you when most of the men probably would not have taken you. Let's be honest.
That is true.
You know, because of your past and everything, and you were such a wild girl. I mean, maybe some guys. I think some guys like wild girls enough to go and wife them, enough to go and put a ring on it.
To be fair with you, like, everyone deserves a chance, right? But
fair. That's a good point, Chris.
But if someone has a really
Chris, would you wife a wild chick?
Nah, I would not wife a wild chick.
think
Zoriel, would you wife a wild chick?
No, I
wife a wild chick?
Nah, I couldn't do it. The reason why is because, like, if I had a wifey, she'll be a reflection of myself. So when people would see her,
that's
and me,
deep. That's
going deep. I'm going deep. I'm going under the
deep.
sea. I'm going deep with it. And yeah, it's a reflection of yourself. So I don't want my partner to be out there and people be saying things about her.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
What if she was wild when you met her, but she loves you enough to kind of change her ways for you? Would you still take her? Would you take her then?
But sometimes it just depends how you guys meet, you know.
Depends on the circumstances.
No, you met her how she was, but you start talking to her and start training her, start kind of changing her, and she loves you enough to kind of start calming down. What are you saying?
That depends, you know. Sometimes
no straight answer.
That's not, can't give a straight answer for that one. So,
I don't want to say anything, and in the future anything happens, and you guys pull it out of nowhere. So
You remember this day?
I remember this day.
You got the video.
Yes, I did your evidence.
And the girl's recording it. She's like, "This is what you said." So you know what? I've got no comment.
Oh, Chris, come and talk to me. You said if she was to calm down.
So it depends, you know. When you meet the girl, you never know. You might see something. There must be a reason why, you know, the guy liked her. You know, he must have seen something, you know, about her. You know, and you know, she might be like a good person. You know, maybe the situation was in before that caused her to do that. Do you understand? So it all depends on the situation that she was in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's a good point.
Yeah,
good point. You're very political in your answer.
And do you know what?
A politician.
It also depends on, like, the environment, like the people around. Like, if she's been wild with people that I know, it makes it worse. Because that's a situation.
Good
like, if she was wild in a different country, like, and she came here,
a different country, you know,
or like in a different city, like, not many people know of her, like, she's like, and it's different, like, different surroundings. Then maybe, because then, like, you have that peace of mind.
Yeah.
Whereas you can sit there and no one would say anything. But if, like, one of your friends, let's say, has done something with her, and then you're inviting them to the wedding, is that not awkward?
No, that's a fair.
So it's just one of them things.
Fair. So as long as you don't know the other guys, you're good, right? Zoriel.
It makes it better. It makes it better. That's a little bit of wife, you know. I'll give her a chance. Yeah, I'll give her a chance, maybe.
Okay, nice. All right, guys. We are going to take a short musical break now. And when we come back, we are going to be talking to Zoriel and we're going to be talking to Chris more about what they're both doing. It's really interesting. Really excited to hear more about them. So, yes, right now I'm playing Diana by Techno. Yeah. Keep it locked on the Damilola Bisuga show on All FM 96.9. Welcome back. You are still listening to the Damilola Bisuga show with DJ Mento and Zoriel artist.
Hello.
And Chris of Poseidon. What was it?
Poseidon Club. Poseidon. Yeah.
I love that name. Yeah. So yes, right now we're going to be talking. We'll start with you, Chris.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
And Chris, so just tell us a little bit more about your fashion brand and kind of how that started for you.
How that started.
Yes.
Basically, the brand, you know, it started, you know, one of my business partners, you know, and we've been friends for a long time. You see, you know, his name's Lionel. We've been friends for a long time, and you know, we was a long time ago. We were about business anyway, but we always like to dress nice. You know, traditionally where I'm from, we dress nice anyway. So then, you know, we thought, you know what, might as well just bring our brand. We worked on this brand for a long time. You know, it's only just came out now, like in 2016, but you know, we started working a long time. It was before Poseidon, it was a different name, you know, before that one.
What was it called before?
Before we called it Prestige, you know.
Oh,
we
okay.
thought, yeah, because we're looking more like a luxury, you know, because in the end result was to bring out like a luxury brand.
Okay.
You know, make it as big as, you know, Louis Vuitton, Gucci, you know, Givenchy, Roberto Cavalli and all them. So yeah, that was our main focus.
Nice. And what type of clothing do you do? Like what styles?
So normally we started with just streetwear for now.
Okay.
Just to get the name out there. But like I said before, our main focus is to make it a luxury brand.
Okay.
All right. But we actually got some nice designs for bags. Normally it was meant to be bags for men and for, you know, women maybe later on. But obviously we started with streetwear first to get a name out there.
So right now, do you have handbags for women?
No, not for
yet.
women. No, we're not gonna get in that.
Can you let me know when you do?
Yeah, you better first to know. You better to know. Yeah. So
excellent. So how long have you been interested in fashion and, you know, styling and kind of?
Oh, when it comes to styling and fashion, I've been interested.
By the way, I love your sense of style, both of you.
Thank you.
Guys are looking,
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah. So when did that start? Your love?
For passion, it started a long time ago. But my main focus is about impression as well. You know, first impressions, everything.
Yes,
you know,
absolutely.
in work, women as well. You know, so.
Let's talk about women. Are you single?
No, I'm not single. No.
You're not single?
No.
Okay. So is it like, you know, is she bae or is she wifey?
Yeah, she's definitely wifey.
She's definitely wifey.
Yeah.
I like that. That's nice. Okay, so right now we're going to come back to Chris, but I want to play one of Zoriel's tracks, and it's called Chanel Montclair. And when we come back, we're going to talk about, you know, the name of. Yeah, I just want to find out everything about this song and the name and everything. Yeah. So okay, you're listening to Chanel Montclair. Did I say that right?
Yeah,
Chanel
Yes. It sounds kind of French.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll find out. Hold up, Zoriel. Hold up. All right, guys, keep it locked. You're back with the Damilola Bisuga show, and you're listening to Chanel Montclair by Zoriel. Okay, Zoriel, welcome to the show.
Hello, how you doing? Hey.
Okay, so talk to me about that Chanel Montclair. What's it about?
Basically, Chanel and the Montclair means, like, at the time when I was writing the song, like, guys were into Montclair coats.
Oh, okay.
And then the women were into Chanel bags.
Nice.
So I used that to kind of like talk about the guys and the girls.
Yeah.
So where I say Chanel and the Montclair, it takes. So basically, I'm writing about a girl who is more into the materialistic things.
Ooh, okay.
So it's like Chanel and the Montclair. It takes more than a smile and a hi.
Oh,
Do you know what I mean?
I get you.
Yeah.
That's clever.
So it means like you need to have money to talk to her, basically. So and then like Montclair represents the guy that she's looking for. She's looking for a guy in a Montclair coat.
Oh,
with the
I
money.
get.
So that's where the name came from. Chanel and the Montclair.
That's very clever, isn't it, Mento? That's smart. I'm liking that. I mean, we were just having a little party in the studio. We're feeling that, and it's very R&B, right? Is that your style then?
Yeah, R&B. Yeah, I like a bit of trap as well, but but more of the kind of like the Travis Scott kind of Travis Scott kind of feeling.
Yeah.
But mixed with R&B as well. So
nice.
Yeah,
so if we were to describe Zoriel artist, he is an R&B artist. Is that right?
Yeah. R&B. Yeah, mostly.
I'll play that tune anyways.
Yeah.
What's the BPM though? Do you know the beat per minute?
I'm not too sure, to be honest.
The producer would know that, right?
I would know it.
Yeah. And also in that song, there's one of my friends as well that's in that song as well called it's called Shango.
Shango.
Yeah.
Shout out to Shango.
Yeah, shout out to Shango.
So yeah, you just come back from, is it Italy?
Yeah, I just came back. Yeah, I just came back from Italy. Yeah,
What were you doing in Italy then?
I was doing some music kind of link ups with some people from down there and stuff, and I went to go see some things as well, the sites and stuff like that.
Okay, was there a lady involved?
Oh, do you know? To be honest, not to be like. Italy, for me, the women I don't appeal to me, to be honest with you. It's more the foreigners that live. It's more the foreigners. Just being honest, it's more the foreigners that live in Italy that are more nicer. But Italy for me is not really a vacation I'd go for women or anything like that.
Right.
That was just strictly because I wanted to go and sort some things down there and to go and see some of the, because I'm into history as well. So
okay,
yeah,
nice.
I went to go see some.
Oh, brains and beauty, I like
that. Yeah, thank you.
Nice. So okay, so you've been collaborating or working on maybe some collabos. With some Italian artists.
Yeah.
I know 2 Italian singers.
Oh,
I need
no
to
way.
put you in touch with them.
Definitely.
Yes,
I love to listen
there's
to some
one.
stuff.
He's very good, but he's very like. He's a crooner, you know, the piano.
Oh, no way.
Slow melody.
We could do something with that. Yeah, we can always do something with that.
Yes, I'm going to connect you for sure.
Definitely.
Okay. And so you've got another track out, which is your latest track. So let's talk about that. This track is called Moonshine.
Right. This song, basically this song, it means a lot to me because I did it all by myself, to be honest with you, but I got someone to mix and master it. Yeah. But from the start, because I'm not an engineer myself, but I basically roughly engineered it to give an engineer the sound that I wanted it.
Nice.
This is why
to put some compression.
Do you know what I mean?
That's my favorite.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, do you know what I mean? So this is why the song, I like the song a lot, and the feeling in the song is more let's say. It's more of because me, I'm a big Travis Scott fan, Travis Scott, and this is kind of that Travis Scott kind of feeling.
Okay.
And I hope people agree with that as well. So,
excellent. And do you write all your lyrics yourself?
Yeah, definitely. I write all my lyrics myself, but if we're in a studio with a few people, we give ideas to each other as well.
Okay.
And then we can come from bounce off ideas, and we can write something like that as well.
Okay, so. And I forgot to ask, what is the relationship between Chris and Zoriel?
Chris is my big brother.
Oh,
Big bro.
And Zoriel, how old are you?
Me, I'm 19, 2020.
Oh my God, you're young. You're so young.
It's got time, man.
You look mature. You look older.
Yeah, I've had that all my life. Yeah, people always say I look about 23.
Young and old is just in between them.
Yeah. It's good. Okay. And Chris,
in front,
yeah, for sure. And Chris, how old are you?
I'm 21.
21. Both very young.
Yeah, 22.
I love that. You guys are both young, but you guys are both, you're focused, you're hustling.
That's the best time.
Chasing your dreams.
Yeah, best time.
Definitely.
How do you have a wifey at 21? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you?
To be fair, well, I've partied, I've done all that. Then I just realized.
You're 21.
Bear in mind, so
2 years.
I've always been into business, right? And I had my first club club event at age 14. Yeah. So
when we was
you've been clubbing since you were 14.
I had the first event at age 14. Yeah.
Putting this aside, putting this between us. And everyone else that's listening, when we was younger, we used to get fake IDs and stuff. Yeah, we'd be partying at a young age.
So All FM is not an advocate for fake IDs. But that's great.
So we was
you're very supportive of each other. Then
definitely.
I can tell. And Chris, do you ever kind of help Zoriel, with his music stuff? And Zoriel, do you ever advise Chris on some of his styling and fashion stuff?
Yeah, we're always helping each other out, to be honest. Christian's really supporting me with my music. Believes in me, and also with his fashion. I like it a lot. So what I do is not necessarily give him any input on his design because he knows what he's doing, but I try to spread the word.
Okay,
you know what I mean?
Is that the same thing as well? Josh with his music, he makes his music and he comes what do you think?
It's just Josh is Zoriel.
Yeah.
When I met Chris in London, he told me about him, and I was like, oh, okay, let's see what he's got then. I believed in him anyway because he was so into his brother. He can do this. He's a nice guy. He has good music. Listen to his sound. It's something you would love to play. I know that. Just wait and see. And say, you know what? Let's bring him to the show. And he's proved himself. So
absolutely.
I appreciate that.
I love that. And you guys, because obviously we're on radio, so people can't see you yet because we're going to do the video. But you guys, you look kind of mixed race. What heritage are you?
Basically. My dad's half Belgian, so his dad's from Belgium, and my dad's African as well.
Okay.
So my dad's mixed race.
So your father is mixed.
My dad's
Belgian and African.
Yeah, and my mom's from Congo. She's fully Congolese.
So that's where the French elements are coming.
The Dutch and the French. I'm
feeling that. Okay.
Yeah.
You guys are cute though.
Oh, thank you.
You're too small. You're
too
young.
I can be as old as you want me to be.
Oh, wow.
Started.
Things getting heated. Anyway. But no, it's great. And Zoriel, if you could collaborate with any artist, dead or alive, who would it be?
That's a good question.
Collab with someone.
Anyone.
Could I give one or a few?
One artist you can collaborate with, you would love to do, like dead or alive.
All day, Michael Jackson.
Yes.
All day.
Yes.
All day, Michael Jackson.
Okay, is Michael a big inspiration for you?
Michael Jackson, basically, like growing up, listening to his music, it was just a different feeling. And like sometimes when I listen to his music, it reminds me of my childhood as well, like growing up and stuff. Like, because I used to always go on YouTube, watch how he dances and how he's singing, and it was like something different for me. So like that's what got me into music as well. So
excellent.
Definitely.
Excellent. And Chris, do you have any like inspirations in terms of like fashion moguls, fashion designers that you kind of were inspired by, look up to?
There's a lot of people, a lot of fashion designers out there, like Rebecca Cavalli. You got Yves Saint Laurent,
Oh, the way you said that, sorry. Say that again. Say that with that French accent.
Yves Saint Laurent. So there's a lot of people out there. I'm always inspired. Like even me and my business partner, we tend to just go around and just look over what they're doing and how they're doing it. Mm-hmm. How can we bring something unique? That's what we always look at. We always want to bring something out unique. So there's a lot of people out there we look at.
Absolutely, I love that. And Zoriel, we're gonna be playing your track Moonshine. We're gonna close the show with Moonshine. But just before, because can you believe we've got like. How long have we got? We've got like maybe
It flew by.
Like less than 10 minutes.
No way.
It's been so quick, hasn't it? Time flies when you're having fun, right?
Indeed, time flies when you're having fun.
Have you guys enjoyed the show?
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun.
I could sit all day and gossip about everything.
It's been amazing.
First time I enjoyed gossiping, to be honest.
It's been so great having you guys. We're not done quite yet, but I just wanted to say shout out to DJ Mento for inviting you guys to the show.
Yeah, we totally
appreciate that a lot. Thank you.
For sure. Now, Zoriel, in 5 years' time, what are we going to be saying about Zoriel?
Exactly. Zoriel came through here, and I'm going to be the biggest thing out there. I'm telling you guys.
There's a video for this.
Yeah, definitely. It's for the future. Definitely.
Excellent. So this year, it's a new year, it's 2017. For this particular year, what have you got planned for this year?
For this year, just be more consistent and be releasing a lot more songs as well. Make sure I'm in the studio and working. That's really about it, to be honest. Okay. And I've got a few goals that I want to achieve as well.
Okay.
Do you know one of it is swimming? I want to learn to swim. This came out of nowhere, but I went swimming with my friends, and I was in a pool, and I couldn't swim. I was like, do you know what? I need to learn how to swim just in case it comes in handy. So I've got a few goals that I got to do as well. So swimming is one of them.
That is so cute. Why can you not swim?
Do you know? I can swim. Do
you know what's crazy? In primary school and
did you go to school in Manchester?
Yeah. I went to primary school and everything, but the thing is, at primary school and stuff, I used to always forget my kit all the time while we had swimming. And the thing is, I used to do it on purpose because I used to hate the chlorine in the water because it used to hurt my eyes. But now I regret it because now can't even swim.
But Chris, you can swim, right?
Yeah, I can swim.
You can swim well. Nice. So Chris, in terms of yourself, we're still in January.
It's still in January.
It's
long time. Yeah.
What's your goals? What do you want to achieve before the end of this year?
Before the end of this year, we've got a lot of collection working on right now. We're looking to bring out. But apart from that, I've got other business that I'm working on as well. So,
not related to fashion.
Not to fashion. I'm a business person. So, So
that's the first thing they told me when I met you. I'm a businessman.
That's nice. I like that.
He gets that from my dad because my dad did diamond trade in Africa.
Wow.
Yeah. My dad used to sell diamonds in Africa. And
wow.
Yeah.
He's got a proper gold chain. And his thoughts in his head.
Okay. So can we expect, like, are you going to do, like, maybe a local fashion show or something, you know, debuting your clothes?
Yeah,
I know a lot of models.
That's good. That's good
for you.
The
camera guy said you'll be a
cameraman will be the model for you.
I didn't say I'd be a model.
But to be fair, you know, I don't know if you guys heard about, we had a launch party at Live. If you guys heard about that.
Oh, when was this?
This was last year. When Poseidon came out, we had a launch party and it was a madness. Anyone that knows the party, they know that night was crazy and a lot of people turned up. You know, the place can only hold like 400, like 800 people turned up.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was... He knows, it was
Yeah,
there.
it was lit.
So what was that for? Like the launching of your actual...
Yeah, we had a launch party in there and Live. Yeah.
Oh,
And
wow.
luckily as well, you know, we had P. Diddy's son was there as well. Quincy was there as well.
Oh, wow,
Quincy
okay.
came, yeah.
Big.
It was big. Yeah, it was a...
So then you need a new fashion show.
Yeah, we're working on...
And I need front row tickets.
Yeah, definitely. All inclusive as well.
Yeah. Your brother's smart.
Hey.
He's smart.
Definitely.
So yeah, I mean, you guys should definitely put something together this year.
Yeah,
It'll
definitely.
It'll be big. And I don't know, Mento. Any questions for Zoriel? Before we play his track Moonshine.
I need more commercial music, like what people would dance to in the club and all that.
Yeah,
you know?
definitely. I'll definitely.
Oh, would you ever do Afrobeat?
Afrobeat.
Oh, do you know what? To be honest with you, I've actually made Afrobeat in the past, but I've just never released it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but the thing is, I'm still trying to find my own sound at the moment, you know, because I'm always learning. So
absolutely,
I'm willing to do Afrobeat and all of that. But
I discussed it with his brother anyway. Like we're gonna be doing like a club tour, and maybe when I'm DJing in Birmingham.
Yeah.
From DJing in Birmingham and maybe London or anyway, so I could get him involved.
Nice.
So get more exposure.
Absolutely.
We'll get there.
Dope. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Slowly but surely.
Slowly but surely. That's it.
Slow work. Slow
That's
work.
it. Now, Zoriel, before we play your track Moonshine, if people want to find you online, social media, like what's your handles, what's your tags?
Instagram, Zoriel Ziza. Twitter, Zoriel, everything Zoriel Ziza. You can find me on all and everything. Also, I'm on SoundCloud and YouTube as well, Zoriel Ziza. So you know how to spell ZORIEL ZIZA.
Nice. How did you come up with this name, Zoriel?
All right, now you can see my dad used to tell me stories about the Bible all the time. That's coming from his African side, yeah. You know, very spiritual. And Zoriel it means God is my rock in Hebrew.
Nice.
And
that's beautiful.
Yeah, and
that's beautiful.
And the crazy thing is like it just came about randomly. One day I said I'm gonna call myself Zoriel Ziza.
So this is like a real person could be called Zoriel.
Pardon?
Somebody could be called Zoriel for their first name.
I've heard about someone being named Zoriel.
Yeah.
God is my rock.
Yeah.
That's the name of my firstborn son.
Hey.
I've chosen it now. I always said Jeremiah. I'd go with Jeremiah for the first boy.
Yeah.
But for the next boy, I'm feeling Zoriel.
Oh, that's very good.
You've inspired me. You've inspired me. When he's born, I'll introduce him to you.
Yeah,
so you got your name because of this artist right here.
He can hang with me anytime he wants as well. I'll be like, that's my twin. That.
I love that. And Chris, where can people find out about you and your brand?
For myself, it's just Chris Ziza. Just type on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, you'll find it there. For Poseidon, just type Poseidon Clothing. Then on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter as well, and it will come up there as well.
Excellent. You guys, I just want to say a big round of applause.
Yeah.
clap. Thank you. A quick little dab there. A quick dab for the camera. No, thank you so much, you guys, for coming on today's show, the Damilola Bisuga Show. This is a show where we aim to uplift and highlight new talent, upcoming talent, and just really, keep making a difference. It's all about making a difference in somebody's life. Help somebody in any way you can, uplift, promote, and just keep spreading love, keep spreading good. There's a lot of weird things happening in this world right now, so if everyone can just keep spreading light, the world will be a better place. I've been your host, Damilola Bisuga. I've been joined by DJ Mento. Thank you for joining me, DJ Mento. Thanks for just never leaving my side. Harassing me every week. But it's been a pleasure. And up next, we've got a show by the lovely Nikki, and it's called The Random Mix Show by Nikki, and it's great. And really looking forward to that. So I'm playing Zoriel Ziza Moonshine on All FM 96.9. Stay blessed.